So in today's video, I want to showcase the entire process and basically reverse engineer the goal of making 10K per month and show you the exact step-by-step process that I would personally take in order to reach that. Right, so I'm literally giving you the blueprint in today's video of how you can go about making 10K per month. And by the end of the video, right, if you go out and implement all the knowledge that I give you today and you can't make 10K per month, then I'm sorry, I literally don't know what to tell you. Right? Because this process is going to be reverse engineered from the start, from the goal, all the way down to your current situation. Right? So make sure to watch this video all the way to the end and actually take some notes, take a pen and paper out, take some notes, and really understand the entire plan and process of getting to 10K per month. Right? So without further ado, let's get right into it. So right now I'm going to literally go over the entire process of getting to 10K per month with your SMMA or coaching business. Now I have several different parts here that I've closed off for now, as we are going to go step by step and literally reverse engineer the 10K per month business. So here you see Mr. Krabs showering in money. That's literally going to be you if you follow this process step by step and watch all the way to the end of this video for this to make sense, because I'm going to go and reverse engineer this whole process. So starting off, what do we actually need in order to make 10K per month? So if our service price is, we're charging $2,000 a month, we essentially need 5 new clients in order to be able to make 10K per month. Self-explanatory, right? So you take whatever your price is and you figure out how many clients you need to sign on or bring onto your agency or coaching business in order for you to make that 10K, right? That's the first step. First, we have the goal, and then we want to break down that goal into sizable chunks. So we need 5 clients. What is the next step? We need to figure out our acquisition in order to get these 5 clients. So how many appointments do we need at a 20% close rate? We need 50 book calls every single month. Let's consider our show-up rate to be 50% just to be conservative. 25 show-ups with a 20% close rate, that's 5 closes every single month. So now we have set up a goal within a goal, right, for our acquisition. We need 50 booked calls every single month. If we have a 50% show-up rate, we have 25 live calls, and out of those 25 live calls, we want to be able to aim to close anywhere from 4 to 5 new clients every single month. So now that we know our goals, right, in order to get to 10K per month, we need 5 clients. And if we charge them at $2,000 a month, right, in order for our acquisition to work, we need 50 book calls. Assuming our show-up rate is 50%, we need 25 show-ups. And out of those 25 show-ups, at a 20% close rate, we need 5 new closes. Next, we have different deployment methods, right? A lot of people get it wrong. They think that each one of these things is a strategy. It's not a strategy, right? It's just simply a deployment method. This is how you get your offer, your message to your target audience, right? This is literally what it is. So we have cold emails, we have cold calling, and we have cold DMs. You have to pick up one of these deployment methods at the start to get you to 10K per month. Don't try and do everything at once and try to multitask, because it will just not help you, right? Pick one system and optimize that system as much as possible until it's optimized and it's getting you 50 book calls every single month. And then only then you can move on to build up any other systems if you need to. Most of the times you can just run one system. And then once you scale to 10K per month, you can start running paid ads, right? And then paid ads will just make it way easier for you to scale even further. Anyways, we pick one system, right? Cold calling, cold emails, cold DMs, in order to get us 50 booked calls, 25 show-ups, and 5 closes, getting us to 10K per month. What do we need to do before this, right? So we need to understand what volume we need to hit in order to get 50 appointments a month. With a 1% appointment booking rate, just being super conservative here, we have a 1% appointment booking rate in one of these systems. If we send out 1,000 messages or outreaches or make 1,000 calls in a month, that's 10 appointments booked, right? So in order to get 50 appointments, we need 5,000 outreach messages per month. That's 50 appointments booked with a 1% appointment booking rate. So this is the volume we need to hit, 5,000 outreach messages a month. whether it's through cold emails, cold calling, cold DMs, we need to reach out to 5,000 people every single month. So this is the volume part, something that we should work towards. But how do we essentially go on to work towards that volume, right? Or how to even get the 1% appointment booking rate? Well, this is the second step. We have one deployment method, right? Cold emails, cold calling, cold DMs. And we have our first ever hypotheses. A hypothesis is essentially your message and your offer, your call to action, and your first ever line, right? Basically, what someone will read in order for them to take action. That's your first hypothesis, right? In any deployment method. Once we have built up our first hypothesis, right? So it could be an outreach message, such as a cold email, right? We have a first hypothesis or first version of our first line, our offer, our call to action, and our subject line. We then go on to iterate these until we can get to that 1% appointment booking rate. So we may have different iterations for this, iteration 1, iteration 2, and iteration 3. Our goal is to keep working towards our main metric, which is our appointment booking rate. So whilst we are iterating on our hypotheses or our versions of our outreach messages, we need to be able to track metrics every single day, understand the core principles of writing these messages, and have a good ass offer, right? These three things that need to be taken into account when we're iterating our versions. So a good sort of sample size for every single test of your iteration is for cold emails, you need to have sent 500 to 1,000 emails. For cold DMs, you need to have sent 500 DMs. For cold calls, 100 people have picked up, right? Don't count the ones that didn't pick up. You need to have 100 people that picked up in order for your first test to be valid of your different hypotheses, right? So I don't know if it's confusing for you guys right now, but what I mean by first hypotheses is let's say you're doing cold calling. Script 0, that's your first hypothesis. Once you then go on to basically, use the sample size and test your first script, you then look at your metrics and you try to understand like, okay, what were my metrics? What was my appointment booking rate? What was my positive response rate? What was my negative response rate? What was my pickup rate if you're doing cold calling? What were my main KPIs? And what variable can I change that will have the most impact on my appointment booking rate? Is it the subject line? Is it your first line? Is it the way, I don't know, you present your offer, right? These are variables that go into your iterations or your scripts. So then script 1, right? Once you've sent out 500 DMs, you then look at your metrics, answer these questions, and then you iterate script 1. You then test it again, then script 2, script 3, and then you keep doing this until you find something that gets you a 1% appointment booking rate, and essentially getting you the appointments. Once you are able to find that, then you essentially want to scale this up to the volume that we identified here, which is 5,000 outreach messages every single month. So how do we hit the volume? We need to save some money up, right? I'm a huge disbeliever, unless you're doing some cold calling, of sending manual messages, right? It's just not going to work, right? You need to have large amounts of volume in order to make outreach work. So if you think that right now you can send 15 messages a day manually, you're quickly going to get burnt out. So I would suggest you save some money up in order to be able to invest into some softwares that do it for you, right? So how do you save up some money? Side jobs, part-time jobs, work your 9 to 5, get your monthly income and save that up to invest into your business, or simply just, save as much cash as possible. What you want to invest in order to hit that volume is softwares and setters, right? You can basically automate your outreach using these two ways, or a combination of these two, whether you're implementing a software that will be able to reach out to people on your behalf, or whether you're implementing commission-based setters that will essentially reach out on your behalf and get you those appointments. So you got to figure out how can you hit the volume in order for you to be able to get 50 appointments every single month. Now, before even doing that, before even reaching out, we need to have a solid funnel to take people through, right? So a funnel is essentially your YouTube videos, your VSL, your thank you page, right? Something that sells the appointment to the person, right? The goal here is to sell them on booking the appointment with you. So just to quickly go over on what each of these do, right, in order to nurture an appointment from the leads that you're reaching out to, right? The funnel is essentially like a landing page, right, with your offer on top and then your VSL. On your VSL, you essentially want to sell the appointment itself. Don't sell your service, but sell the appointment itself. And then a thank you video page is to ensure that they watch this, they get further nurtured into actually showing up to the appointment. YouTube videos are more of a long-term strategy, right? So if you're watching this video right now, you are part of my essentially funnel, let's say. When people watch your YouTube videos and they actually see that you are a real human being and that you are able to present value through your YouTube videos, they will more likely be nurtured into working with you before the appointment even happens. So what I would do in this stage is essentially make sure that they have access, easy access to my YouTube videos, to my VSL, and then once they book the appointment, they have my thank you page, right? So I would tell my setters, right, like make sure you send the YouTube video link or YouTube channel. I'll have my YouTube channel on my cold DM sending accounts bios, right? I would have it in my signature of all my emails, right? With the VSL, I'll basically, once the appointment's booked, I would send the VSL to them to make sure that they watch this before the appointment, right? And if they book the appointment, they get taken to the thank you video page, which also I tell them like it's important to watch this, right? So all of this is done in order to nurture your leads before you go ahead and take the appointment, because then your closing rate will be way, way higher through that. So what do we even do before building up our funnel? Well, we have to have an offer, right? When you're creating an offer, you want to ask yourself, what do my audience want, what they don't want, and can I provide a risk reversal of working with me? I have a bunch of videos on creating your offer, so make sure to go ahead and check that out. If you are wondering on how you go about creating your offer, I do also have a free community which you can join using the link within the comment section down below or using my channel description. The link is on there as well. But essentially, an offer should present what your audience wants, call out your audience, what your audience wants, what they don't want, provide a risk reversal, and provide essentially guarantee of the outcome. Like, what are you promising to them, right? It's not Facebook ads, it's not TikTok ads, it's not Google ads. What is the actual outcome that they want that you are promising that your system can do for them, right? I hope that makes sense. What do we do before even creating the offer? That's the first step that we should take. And that's the step that you should take right now if you're watching this video and you're just starting out wondering how you can get to 10K per month, is understanding the ins and outs of our prospects. Right? I don't know if that sounds correct, but let's just ride it along. Right? We want to be able to have a deep understanding of our market before we even go and position ourselves within that market. And this consists of doing market research and competitor research. Again, I have videos on how to do that, and I have a module on this in my free community. So make sure to join that and watch through that. But to explain this, right, we want to understand what do they want, what they don't want, and a risk reversal we can provide, what they've tried before, how they think, how they make decisions, literally everything there is to them, we want to know, right? Because if you get this step wrong, right, if you get the niche wrong, or you don't understand your niche, and then if you then go on to build your offer, right, without a true understanding of your niche, you then go on to build up your funnel again without the true understanding of your niche, which probably means that your offer is not as good as it could be. Then you then go and build up your funnel with a pretty mid offer. Then you go on to save up some money and start to reach out to people. Your appointment booking rate, everything suffers just because you got this first step wrong, right? People are not going to be booking in if you have a bad offer. When you have a bad offer, that means you haven't researched your niche enough. That means your funnel will be bad. That means once you implement these deployment methods, your appointment booking rate is going to suffer because your offer is bad. And the reason why your offer is bad is because you haven't taken the time to understand your niche, right? So this is literally the whole process I would take in order to scale to 10K per month, right? I'm not saying this is an easy process. Don't get me wrong. It will take some time. It will take some effort to build this all out. But trust me, if you actually go and take the action after this video, then it's going to be a matter of time until you are making 10K per month with your SMMA or coaching business. Now, yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like, Make sure to comment down below any questions. I get back to most of my comments. If you watch any of my other videos, I never leave a comment on red. I don't like ghosting people, so make sure to comment down below with any questions and I'll get back to you on that. Make sure to join the free community as well, as I kind of go over on how to build each step that I discussed here. And yeah, subscribe if you think I provided you with any value. But apart from that, I'll see you guys on the next one.